Good afternoon, everyone. Today's story is called Snow Rollers. Snow rollers exist as a rare phenomenon on a winter snowscape. They look somewhat like flat rolls of cotton batting. Cylinder shaped with the ends hollowed in a funnel shape, they sometimes have a hole that goes clear through them. People have described them as resembling old fashioned ladies' muffs, and they can range in size from a few inches to nearly 2 feet in diameter. Few people are fortunate enough to witness snow rollers, and even fewer photographs exist of the phenomenon. There's only one instance known in which a person actually saw a snow roller being formed, and if it hadn't been for her careful notes, we might only imagine how they happened. Our own Gilson wrote the following of her observation in New York during the winter of 1895. The wind seemed to sweep downward and get under a slightly projecting mass of snow, and it set it in motion. As the roll grew in size, the speed, at first very rapid, slackened until the mass became too compact and heavy to be moved further. She went on to describe the start of the snow roller as looking very much like the corner of a piece of paper as it rises and falls with the wind just before it is blown away. Conditions have to be just right for snow rollers to develop. The thin, soft new layer of snow on top of a hard, smooth crust of old snow. Then the temperature must rise 1 to 2 degrees above freezing to allow for the snow to stick together. Snow rollers have been observed to roll on flat surfaces and even uphill if the wind is strong enough. But they form easiest when wind and gravity work together to get them traveling downhill. They leave an ever widening track as they gather snow. One left behind a track as long as a football field. If you see snow rollers, get your camera and photograph the event as soon as possible because they're very fragile and they don't last long. Now, can you imagine God's pleasure in designing the snow for snow rolling? And your verse for today comes from Job 38, verse 22. Have you entered the treasury of snow? As you look at these photographs, you got to realize God was having fun that day and making his own personal snowballs. And you stop and think, this is a rare phenomenon, very rarely seen, but when it does happen, it's a wondrous thing. Like many things in God's plans and nature, it's very unusual to see such things, but when you get to witness it, it's a beautiful thing. Y'all have a blessed afternoon.